Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today on my channel I'm going to show you guys how I make meat, cheese, and potato casserole, okay? So here's our little ingredients. I'm using turkey. You can definitely use ground beef if you like. And here's our potatoes, all right? So let's get started. As you can see, I am cutting up the potatoes. I got the meat going on. So this process doesn't take too long. We just got to get everything cut up. Once we get everything cut up, we're going to get it going. Cutting the potatoes, see? Moving right along. It don't take but a minute to do this. Once we get them all cut. It's the potatoes. Uh-oh. The potatoes are ready to go. That was a blooper. It's staying in there, though. But anyway, potatoes are cut up and ready to go. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure we're going to bring that turkey meat over here. While it's cooking, we are going to season it with some garlic salt. And this was a 2.5 pound pack of turkey meat, but we're only going to use 1 pound, okay? And then we're just gonna let it cook. So we only seasoning this with salt, pepper, and garlic salt. I do like to put a little water in there. You can cook. You take a fork and just stir in and mix in the seasonings. Once it gets to cooking a little bit more, I'm going to show you guys what it is looking like. I'm going to turn on the back fire because we're going to go ahead on. Oh, matter of fact, I think I'm going to turn this one on because we're going to go ahead on and start the potatoes, okay? So usually sometimes you can do either or. You feel free to boil your potatoes and make the casserole like that. I like to smother my potatoes and then make the casserole, okay? So I'm going to do a little extra step by smothering them, and I'm just waiting on the grease to go here. So we're going to move the turkey while it's cooking over to this eye, and we're going to bring this over here so you guys can see how we do the smothered potatoes, okay? So there is a twist to it, right? Because I'm showing you guys how I make smothered potatoes too. I'm going to put a little bit of grease in there in the skillet. Hold on. Butter. Well, Imperial. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of butter. You know they had the lines in there, so you can feel free to do that. Now, while that grease is getting hot, remember these are already cut up and ready. The turkey is cooking over here behind us, so we good there. I'm going to now cut up the onions, okay? I like to cut up like half the onion, and then I open it up, put it in there. You feel free to chop these however you choose. I like to do them like that. Let me get another fork. while that's cooking, getting hot, as y'all can see, that's a little oil, butter, and onions. All right. Put a little seasoning in here at the bottom. We're still waiting on that butter. That butter still needs to melt. So we do that. Checking on the turkey. Here's the fork for the turkey. It's on this side. So we're just stirring that up. You're already starting to smell the spices. I don't put onions in there or nothing like that in the meat because we are putting it in the smothered potatoes. Alright? So we're going to change the title of this to it's a smothered potatoes, meat, and cheese casserole. So once this is sizzling like that, you just take your potatoes and you pour them in the skillet. May not be able to get them all in the one skillet, and that's perfectly fine. Come back with a little bit of pepper. Because remember, we got the seasonings at the bottom. Then a little bit of garlic. You see that? Look at that. So that's going to cook. And you're going to get a top. While we got that going, and then we cover it, you guys. And then we'll come back and we'll check on that while the meat is cooking. I'm going to get the dish ready, and we'll be done shortly. Alright, so halfway through, you see I had to put another pan in there for the other potatoes. And then now we have the meat is done. It's just staying warm. See that turkey? Looking good, looking good. Okay, so now that this first pan skillet is almost done, they are halfway done, as you can see, right? So what you do when they halfway done, we're gonna add just a little bit of more water in it. Just a little water so it can steam. We take a few more onions when they halfway done, and we place them on top. All right. We'll place some onions on top. And then we put the top on it and let those cook for about another 10, 15 minutes or less, okay? In the meantime, in these here in the back, we still letting them cook. So we got a while for them to go. So we are just going to put the top on it for now. All right. So we're going to boil that first little batch of water out of it. Then come back and put some onions on top of it and do the same thing, okay? And then real shortly, we'll be putting it all together, okay? We are ready to put everything together. But before we do that, let me make sure that I wash my hands. All right, and if you guys just tuning in, please make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment below. Please let me know if you guys tried this already before, if you guys add something different, if you think I could add something different to it, let me know. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in a casserole dish. So I'm going to spray, I always like to spray a little bit, you know, so the non-stick on there, right? And then, so remember, we're going to put, make sure the stove ain't too hot. I'm going to put some potatoes in here at the bottom. Now you just smooth them around. Then you take some meat, a couple scoops of meat. Remember, we're only using a pound, so it's meat, potatoes, and cheese. All right? So instead of touching it, I'm just going to sprinkle it on there. All right. You see that layer? Meat, potatoes, and cheese. Then you come back, you take more potatoes, put them on top. You repeat the same process. All right, so see, here we go. Here's the casserole. I'm going to change the name of it too. I'm going to add a little bit more cheese, but I want you to see it's heavy. Look at that. Look at there. It is called a meat, cheese, and smothered potato casserole, okay? So I'm going to take the last little bit of cheese. I have the oven warming up on 350 degrees. All right, so I'm just going to put this in the oven. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and pour the rest of the cheese on there. And it's just kind of like, it's just like when you're making macaroni and mashed potatoes. We're going to put a little bit of milk in there, just so it won't stick at the bottom. You see that? Just a little bit to coat it. That's it. Now I cover it up. Or you can cover it up, or you can just, because the only thing you're doing, everything is done. So basically you can leave it off, or you can cover it up. Now if you leave it off, you know, it's going to kind of give it a little crunch on it as well. All right. So we're going to put this in the oven for like 15 to 20 minutes or until the cheese melts. All right. Then I'll be back to show you guys the finishing touches. All right, so it's been about 10 to 15 minutes. We went ahead and took it out of the oven, and voila. Here is the meat, cheese, and smothered potato casserole. All right. So you put it in there. Remember, we had the milk in there. Let's consistency. All right, and then I'm just going to taste a little bit of it for you guys so you guys can see how it tastes. Let me get a little bit from here. Look at there. Ooh, my goodness. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Let's see. You get the meat, potato, and cheese all in the same bite. So that is good. All right, you guys. So I'm going to put the ingredients below. All right. I want you guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification button so you know when I post more videos like this. Let me know if you guys would like to add anything. I probably would add something else, but my kids don't like all that extra stuff in it. But let me know what you guys will do, okay? And then to the next video, you guys stay tuned. I'll see you soon. Thank you.